Hello everyone, this is Lata Akula. In our previous video, we have studied about photosynthetic protisteans. The second group of protisteans are the consumer decomposer protisteans. It includes slime molds. Today, I'll discuss about slime molds. We see the slime molds, these are called as decomposer organisms because they grow on dead and decaying organic matter. These slime molds are mainly seen in areas where there is abundant availability of organic matter. If there is very cool climate conditions, rainy, dampy, dark areas are present, in that areas these slime molds are growing very well, like a rainforest. In that conditions the slime molds can be seen mainly in the rainforest. So these slime molds, they decompose the organic matter. If there are any dead plants or rotten logs or fallen leaves are present, on that the slime molds will be growing and they eat that by decomposing them and grow very well. So these are saprophytic in nature, hence these are saprophytic protists. These are also called as protistean fungi, the decomposing organic matter. All these and other characters are fungal characters are exhibited by these slime molds, hence these are called as protistean fungi. Now we see this, these are called as fungus animals because it exhibits both the characters of protozoan and fungal characters. The protozoan character is, in its life cycle, it has amoeboid plasmodial stage. So that is protozoan character, and in its reproductive stage, they produce spores. Presence of spores is the fungal character, and their mode of nutrition is by saprophytic. Hence, there is no photosynthesis and no chlorophyll present. And the body is surrounded by plasma membrane. In this, there is no cell wall present. Only in some stages of life cycle, cell wall is present. In the remaining, the cell wall is absent. Only the outer layer is plasma membrane. You see the characters, these are free living organisms and they are creeping over the debris. So we have studied that they grow on the dead organic matter, fallen leaves on that they were creeping over these debris, fallen leaves and logs, etc. Their protoplast is naked without any cell wall and there is no chlorophyll and they are saprophytic in its mode of nutrition. So the body of these organisms that will move on the decaying twigs, leaves, and by engulfing the organic matter, the body will grow. So during the favorable conditions, there is aggregations of the body called as plasmodium is found. This plasmodium, during favorable conditions, there is abundant amount of food is present, moisture is present, and temperatures and all optimum conditions are available. In that conditions, the plasmodium will develop, which is multinucleated because of the mitosis, which is xenocytic. That multinucleated condition is called as xenocytic condition, and this plasmodium will eat the organic matter. After that, there is nutrient depletion condition occurs, which is unfavorable for this plasmodium. In that condition, to tolerate that, it will changes its shape. That is, from this plasmodium stage to it will be converted into fructification. In this fructification, what will happen is there are some fruiting bodies will be developed. So these fruiting bodies, they contain a stalk and a sporangium, which is called as sporocarp. What are the fruiting bodies are called? They are called as sporocarp, which contains stalk and sporangium. The wall of the sporangium is called as peridium. The wall of the sporangium is called as peridium. This is called as vegetative phase. Up to this phase is called as, from this plasmodium stage to this sporocarp stage is called as vegetative phase. In this sporangium, meiosis takes place. That means reductional division takes place. Up to this diploid in condition, the number of chromosomes are 2 in stage. But in this sporangium, what happens is meiosis takes place. The number of chromosomes are reduced to half. Then The spores produced have the half chromosomes, that is haploid chromosomes are present in the spores. So up to this there is no cell wall present, right? We have studied no cell wall, the protoplast is naked, but in spore the cell wall is cellulosic cell wall is present in the spore wall. The spore wall contains cellulosic cell wall. In this stage the cell wall is present. And the spores are double layered structure. The outer layer of the spores are spiny in nature. These spores, they can tolerate adverse environmental conditions, and they are dispersed by means of air. Whenever these are fallen on any water or any favorable conditions, they will germinate, and from this germinated spores, two conditions are there. Sometimes mixed amoeba are released, and then sometimes swarm cells are produced. These two are not released at the same time. Sometimes from this mixed amoeba condition occurs and swarm cells, biflagellated swarm cells are released. So in this cell division takes place, the number increases, and these mixed amoeba or swarm cells, they fuse together. Here these mixed amoeba and swarm cells act as gametes for the fusion. Here these gametes will fuse, isogamy takes place. Isogamy means fusion of similar gametes of opposite sex. Here the fusion of gametes takes place, and there is a cytoplasmic fusion takes place in the first step, that is the plasmogametes, and then karyogamy followed. Karyogamy means a fusion of two haploid nuclei takes place, and finally resulting into the diploid condition, that is zygote is produced. Here also the swarm cells may be fused, plasmogamy takes place, which is followed by the fusion of nucleus, that is karyogamy, and then finally a diploid stage is formed, which is called as zygote. And this, up to this haploid condition, now the zygote, that is the diploid condition. The reproductive stage is haploid. Again it is entering into the vegetative phase, that is in diploid condition. The zygote develops into in plasmodium. In this plasmodium, repeated mitosis takes place, and number of nuclei increases, and in favorable conditions this plasmodium will grow over several feet and feed on the organic matter. And again, when there is unfavorable conditions occur, forms fruiting bodies, fructification takes place, fruiting bodies develop, meiosis takes place, number of chromosomes reduced, and the spores, haploid spores are released, which will be dispersed by air. Germination takes place, either mixed amoeba or swarm cells takes place, and the fusion of gametes takes place, leads to the zygote. Zygote develops into young plasmodium. This is all about the life cycle of the plasmodium. Here examples for this plasmodium are Physarum, Physarella and Fuligo are the examples for these slime molds. With this we have completed the slime molds. In our next video we will study about protozoan, different types of protozoan and their characters. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel Latha Akula Biology Tutorial. Thank you.